Hello everyone, today I'm presenting detailed insight from Al Jazeera Counting the Cost YouTube video hosted by Adrian Finnegan. I chose this specific video because in our daily life, we are all feeling the impact of rising prices, job uncertainties, and news about war and trade fight, issues that directly affect our wallet, our job, and our future plan. The program review 2024 economic rollercoaster and peer into 2025 featuring experts like Bilal Hafiz from Macro Hype, Deborah Elms on trade policy, and Ian Golding from Oxford. Understanding this trend helps us make smarter personal and professional decisions, whether it's budgeting for higher costs or spotting career opportunities in growing sector. My goal is to break down their expert analysis into simple, relatable terms so we all can grasp what's coming next. If you look here, you'll see inflation dramatic rates peaking in 2022 at decade high level, then steadily declining through 2024 according to the International Monetary Fund, which declared through the global battle against its largely won. The IMF project is falling to 3.5% by end 2025, meaning prices for everyday items like groceries and fuel will rise more slowly, easing the high cost of living we all struggle with. But as expert Bilal Hafiz warns, inflation remains sticky, not fully slain like a dragon, and central bank might cut interest rate less than expected, keeping borrowing costs higher for home and car. This stickiness means your bill likely won't drop drastically soon, forcing us to stay budget conscious. Much of this outlook hinges on oil prices, which tie directly into global transport and manufacturing costs that ripple to consumers everywhere. Now, if you focus here on the Middle East map, you will notice ongoing geopolitical tension, including Israel's 14-month war in Gaza and risk of escalation between Iran and Israel. Historically, regional wars peak oil prices, but surprisingly, they stay subdued so far despite this conflict. Bilal predict relative stability or even lower energy prices in 2025 due to high supply and sluggish demand from weaker economies like China and Europe. However, any major player could reignite inflation worldwide, pushing up fuel, food, and shipping costs, directly hitting our gas pump and supermarket prices. This uncertainty reminds us how distant conflict can quickly become personal economic headache. China's economy tells a starkly different story from the inflation fight elsewhere. Unlike the world facing rising prices, China grappled with deflation, prices falling due to massive overproduction in factories and weak domestic consumption, leaving shelves stocked by shoppers staying away. Its 2024 growth hit just 4.5%, missing the 5% target amid a real estate slump and dam crisis. As Deborah Elms noted, the government has taken steps like property market fix but not enough scale to revive demand. This overproduction and the consumption imbalance create cheap food globally but signal deeper trouble that could drag world growth if unresolved. Looking here at this US-China graphic, a major trade loom from President Donald Trump promised tariff hikes, including 10% extra on all Chinese goods from day one, plus penalties on BRIC nations challenging the dollar. Experts fear this sparked not just bilateral fight but global trade war, reminiscing of the 1930s Smoot-Hawley Act that was the Great Depression. Deborah warns of a law of the jungle where uneven tariff raise compliance costs, especially hurting export-reliant Asia. Ian Golding predict retaliation, nearshoring, and supply chain chaos, making good prices for everyone, particularly American consumers facing higher everyday items while disrupting jobs in manufacturing hubs. Turning to the split screen, Europe faced dire structural woes like Germany's broken model of cheap Russian energy fueling car export now shattered by high cost electric vehicle lags, and political crisis in France and Germany pulling the EU down as Mario Draghi warned of falling behind in competitiveness and GDP. Bilal highlight no unified vision amid infighting, with no strong 2025 growth expected despite fiscal need. In sharp contrast, Asia surged ahead at over 5% average growth. Even China crisis at 5% beat Europe or US norms, leading in biotech like medical device, renewable with falling solar or EV prices, and AI-driven digital innovation per Ian Golding. This shift positions Asia as the bright spot amid turbulence. Please notice this shifting puzzle pieces. Globalization isn't dying but transforming rapidly to Asian globalization and digital flow. Alive in intra-Asia trade 70% of the region's total, while weakening across the Atlantic. Yet, Ian stressed the scariest part. A collapse in multilateral cooperation heighten systemic risk for climate containment, pandemic, and conflict without global teamwork. Trump policies could accelerate friendshoring or reshoring, politicizing trade and compliant business everywhere. From this video, my key takeaways are profound 2024 proved economic resilience despite war and shock, but 2025 brings hidden risks from sticky inflation, potential oil spikes, trade war, and Europe lag. Yet, Asia offers real hope through biotech, renewable, and digital leadership. I learned that no region is isolated. US tariff could boomerang on America via higher prices, while lacking cooperation amplify global threats like climate change. Personally, this teach proactive adaptation, diversify skill toward Asia growth sector, budget for persistent inflation, and value multilateralism for our shared future. Opportunities persist amid uncertainty if we stay informed and flexible. So that's all from me. Thank you for all joining this deep dive. Stay curious, informed, and ready to navigate 2025 economic landscape together. Bye!